Welcome back, everyone, to the ET Dubs Neomonsters walkthrough episode 11. Today we are heading to the Master League tryouts. We're going to explore the new Timber Island. We've got our same team here. Nothing has changed since the last episode. We're going to be destroying some trainers, catching some rare monsters, and seeing what happens next. So first trainer's right here off the bat, barely had to walk anywhere. Did you hear the daughter of the grand champion is participating in these tryouts? Whoa, when it comes to monsters, I hear she takes after her father. Let's hope neither of us run into her. Well, I don't know that she's going to stand a chance against us, if I had to guess. Spinoraptor doesn't have his Poison Revenge yet, but Poison Revenge, why did I say it like that? But that other monster, who was it that I just killed with the defang? I don't even remember. Killed him so fast. This one is already over. We all know this. I'm going to defang Heltar and Remus. I'll do another stun. I will reckless attack Arch Swan. I don't even think that kills. Yeah, it doesn't. But that's fine. We'll counterstrike Flaferno. I will decrescendo the Moonsong. We'll do a Poison Touch to get a kill. Then Petal Blitz, Double Blood Crave, the Jabbit, and the Boldon, because I don't want to take the Explosion Revenge yet from the Chain Horn. But I might have to do it now. I'll do the Claw Dance and the Chain Horn. We'll lose Thunderhoof, but that's okay. Blood Fury, the Spinoraptor, Purifying Mist, and Petal Storm is going to kill the Twigster. Easy first battle. Let's see what she has to say. Are you going to tell us how strong our team was? Because I know. Such power. What team is this? You're the trainer following in Hector Finnegan's footsteps? No wonder. The current champion's daughter and former champion's successor. This could be one heck of a league. Well, I guess we'll find out. Stopping this town right before, let's see what they have to say. Long ago, there used to be a group of people who worshipped the many volcanoes on this island. Their legend described the existence of fiery guardians who tended to the volcanoes. I've had no luck in finding them so far. If this monster does exist, they're not in the northern half of the island. Interesting. Not in the northern half. I wonder who that is. Hey, trainer, I hear you're doing a pretty good job of living up to your predecessor's name. I fought Hector back in the day. I'll test to see if you're the real deal. Wow, so this guy has to be old if he fought Hector back in the day. Oh, and he's not a bad team. We'll do a Purifying Mist. I will Poison Touch, and then I'm going to Accelerate. I can't Preemptive Strike. Oh, I can do the Dimetrodon, and that's not going to get blocked. Then I'll Poison Touch, and now I can do a Decrescendo, which is going to kill Galvadillo. Now I can start stunning. We will defang Daharagon and Mammoth. I've got a Petal Storm ready for the Sea Steed. This is a huge step up. This team is like a lot stronger than the person we just beat, which is kind of crazy. We'll Double Blood Crave Seabark and the Arch Swan, so I don't die to recoil, not yet. Petal Blitz. I don't have Claw Dance, so I can't use that because I don't have a beast on the field, but that's not a huge deal because Decrescendo is doing just fine. I'll hit Garuda Hawk. It's going to start not doing a lot of damage, but again, not super worried. This battle is pretty much over. We're going to Poison Touch Tengu Storm. Decrescendo should kill the Rockfin, yep. And then I won't do the Double Blood Crave just to save some Dracorosa health. And then I'll do a Poison Siphon. That's going to kill Tengu Storm. Didn't lose a monster. Easy money. Let's see what he has to say. Not bad. Heck, you might even become better than Hector. Wow. It's really too bad he isn't around to teach you. You would have learned so much from him. Only if that hag hadn't beguiled him. How much longer do we have to put up with her at the head of our empire? Oh, interesting. He thinks the current empress is some kind of like witch or something. I know I'm not taking a full team in, but again, we didn't lose a single monster to that pretty difficult team. I mean, relatively difficult, so I saw you fighting in the Grand Imperial Arena a while back. Sure got a lot of compliments from His Majesty. It's too bad. If it weren't for the tragedy, he may have become a fan of yours. So there's like two sides to this Hector Finnegan argument. See, this is a much easier team. Where did that guy come from? He was so much farther ahead than any opponent we've had so far, which is really weird that just one battle was so much more difficult. Oh, I did that right into a Stun Absorb, didn't I? Whoops. Oh, that Mega Bolt did so much to Waitara. Am I crazy? Let's see. Okay, this Decrescendo should kill Thunderhoof. I can't stun yet. Leviavolt's going to be a little annoying with the Stun Revenge, but we don't have to eat it just yet. I'll Poison Touch. Do I have Double Blood Crave? I don't, but I can Defang. But again, I don't want to... No, I'll take it. I'll take the Stun Revenge. I don't mind. Waitara's on kind of low health now, so I will Purify. Then I will do a Preemptive No, I'll Decrescendo the Grim Knight. Because we have time to do a preemptive strike before the Snow Stag gets a turn. I have enough time to set up a Poison Touch into Poison Siphon. I will now preemptive strike the Snow Stag and then double Blood Crave these two, and I'm not going to die to Recoil, not quite yet. Can't preemptive strike anymore the Helldactyl, so I'll kill him, and then I'll do a Blood Fury, and then I'll do a Petal Storm. I'll Purify because Draco Rose is on hold ground, and then Preemptive Strike. There we go, 3 trainers down, and we still haven't had to heal our monsters. I think we're going to go heal up at the Rare Monster Temple, and then we will take on the final trainer. I can see why His Majesty was impressed with your team. Still, you should probably keep your distance from the Imperial Court. You might be liked by His Majesty, but it's his mother you ought to worry about. Which is kind of what the other guy just said, right? That some old person is, like, in charge or taking over the Emperor or something. No, it is the Rhino. Okay. Do we have any skills that aren't going to kill? I doubt it. Let's see how much a Defang does. That did 600. Okay. So we're going to kill the bosses. Is a Defang going to kill Bronzehorn? No, not quite, which means a Poison Touch probably won't kill either. Oh my gosh. He's at 4 health. There we go, great. We'll Accelerate. Petal Storm should be able to clean this one up. No problem. Accelerate again just for the heck of it, because I don't want to take Reckless Attack Recoil. This Claw Dance is going to kill. Don't heal back from it because she's not awakened, but that's okay. We caught the Bronzehorn, only lost a little bit of health on Waitara, so we're just going to go ahead and head to the final trainer match. So we're just going to take on this final opponent here. We'll stop at that Rare Temple, and we'll call it a day. You emerge at a clearing in the forest. 2 trainers have just finished battling. Can't believe this. My team wiped out without defeating a single enemy. This is strength of the Ice Queen. Beridus has taught his daughter well. So here is the Grand Champion's daughter. Don't you dare mention that man's name in front of me. Rishka. What? Why? Aren't you proud of your father, the Grand Champion? There's no one whom I despise more. Rishka turns her back on an opponent and walks away. Noticing you, the man just shrugs. Well, they don't call her the Ice Queen for nothing. Talk about giving a cold shoulder. You want to fight her too? Be my guest, but I'd keep my distance if I were you. You hesitate, then decide to take your chances. You run to catch up with Rishka. What do you want, a monster battle? Fine, that last battle was barely challenging enough to count anyway. My monsters will oblige you. Let's see what she's rocking with. Gigawolf, Glazio, Toucan, Humboss. We lose Waitara. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well, this Defang should kill, right? Oh, not quite. But Poison Touch does. And then I can Poison Touch the Toucan. We will Petal Storm the Crypt Guard. She has this Stun Revenge clone, so we're going to Petal Blitz. I'll Accelerate, I'll Petal Blitz again. They're already stealth, so I am just going to kill Spider-X right now. Eat that Stun Revenge, but it's not a huge deal because we were able to stun all of her monsters. Gigawolf has Survivor charged. I've got one more Petal Blitz. I can Defang the Rhino Brawl and the Zero Tiger. Now Draco Rosa has Double Blood Crave. I will Poison Touch Glazio so I don't have to eat that Stun Revenge. And then we'll do Double Blood Crave on Glazio and the Gigawolf. I don't want to kill the Yeti Kong yet, so I will Poison Touch to pass some time. And then Blood Fury the Sky Blossom. Philomancer's not going to be a problem. Rhino Brawl is going to kill himself with Recoil. I'll Petal Storm the Raijin. Triceratops I can kill with this Double Blood Crave. And we'll also kill the Gigawolf because he's soonest to get a turn. We'll just Accelerate because why not? Does Freezenix have Death Revenge yet? He does. Wow. So this is definitely a tricky team if you're not OP and broken like we are. But there we go. Rishka, pretty easy. I mean, obviously the most difficult fight I think we've encountered since, but for us, not a huge problem. She runs over to her defeated monsters. I'm so sorry I couldn't lead you to victory. I hope none of you are badly injured. She turns to you with an expression of hostility. What, do you think My devotion for my monsters is excessive. Laugh if you want. I don't care what you cold-hearted trainers think of me. My monsters are my family. We're not mocking you. Go on to explain how your predecessor has a similar attitude. So you're the one everyone's been talking about, Hector Finnegan's successor. Let me ask you something. Why are you fighting in the Monster Leagues? Do you want to become the Grand Champion? Well, look at this leaf falling down the left side of the screen. I've never noticed that before. Anyway, if you're even half as devoted to your monsters as your predecessor was, there's more leaves. Where is this coming from? I've never seen this before. It's so distracting. Anyway, then you should not become the Grand Champion. Oh, interesting. I don't know why she would say that. Is this going to automatically teleport me back from the Expert League? You do return to Ulthon. Dang. So I'm going to have to come all the way back to get whatever rare monsters in that temple. Well, that's kind of a waste of my time. Congratulations on passing the tryouts. It's hard to believe you're already in the Master League. Seems like it was just yesterday you came to sign up for the Rookie League. How time flies. Little does she know, it's been over a year. Anyway, you really are proving yourself as a trainer. Even people who barely know of Hector are starting to take notice of you. Anyway, you know the drill now. You'll be one of 6 teams in the Master League. Matches are at Drexler Coliseum. May you achieve glory. Well, I do think these matches are going by a lot faster, so we might as well just do the tryouts and the league in the same video, right? Why not? Because it's going to take us a long time. Finally moving up, we see what's left for us. Master League, then Champion League. This is super exciting, and our first opponent is Thale. Don't even need to spy. We're just going to go for it. I love that we're fighting him first. So you've made it to the Master League. To be honest, I would have been surprised if you hadn't. As much as it hurts to admit, you're starting to surpass me as a trainer. However, this is also the moment I was waiting for. You've finally become a foe worth defeating. You shall more than suffice as a substitute for Hector. Today I will defeat you decisively. I will prove my superiority to Hector Finnegan and his legacy. Only then will my father's soul be at peace, in regard to Hector at least. Okay, we'll see about that, Thale. He's still running the Nightmare Polymerization front line. Leviavolt, what's he going to do? Accelerate, great. I'm not going to defang yet. I'm actually going to skip Crescendo the Knight Rider, and then we will Pedal Blitz into, what do I want to do? I'm going to have to take that Stone Revenge at some point. I'll take it now. I'm not really scared of any of his monsters. Like, yeah, see, there was absolutely no risk to taking that Stun Revenge. We will not Pedal Blitz because Hellodactyl's going to absorb it. So instead I'll Poison Touch, I will Reckless Attack, and then double Blood Crave, Plasma Rexus, and Shadow Squire. I'll kill Hellodactyl with, oops, that was supposed to be the Poison Siphon. Not that it matters, because we're not going to lose. See, even the Time Strike Skywolf Roaring Entrance doesn't take Waitara off of her Vigorous Stance health. So there we go. Easy win against Thale. Let's see what he has to say. Sorry you can't quite avenge your father. So I failed. My team and I did our best because it wasn't enough. Forgive me, father. I failed at my final attempt to get vengeance against Hector Finnegan, but I shall not falter against my next target. She will taste my rage. So long, I doubt we'll meet again. What? Yeah, I wonder what he means by that. Welcome home. A letter came from you. Dear trainer of Finnegan Ranch, you're invited to the Gaius Banquet, a feast held once every 3 years to honor the very first Emperor of Varosia. The event's primary purpose is showcase the trainers in the Monster Leagues to the noble houses. Many of the gentry are sponsors for the Monster Leagues, and they look forward to this opportunity to interact with the trainers. Her Highness Dowager Empress Isabel will also be making an appearance as the guest of honor. It'll be held at the Imperial Palace after your next league match. It's very important for the Monster Leagues. We expect your attendance. Having read through the letter, you ask Randolph if he knows anything about the Gaius Banquet. I had forgotten about it. It's basically an excuse for nobles to talk to popular league people. You ought to go. It's a good chance to see what some of your future rivals look like. All right, next battle in the league. Let's see what we have going on. It's against Jesker. Cool. Hector's successor is my opponent. What great timing. If I beat you, then I can brag about it at the upcoming Gaius Banquet. Well, we'll see about that. He's got a Flame-A-Gun, who is going to one-on-one probably. Yeah, it's too bad that it hit my Dracarosa, purifying right off the bat. We'll skip a little bit. I'll decrescendo. I'll hit the Beowulf with a Poison Touch, and then Poison Siphon I think will kill. Yep, perfect. I've got a Counter Strike ready for this Ruby Fox. And then I'm not going to kill the Green King because I can actually use him for defang. So we'll skip a bunch, and then I'll Blood Fury. I'll Blood Fury Red Guru. And I will decrescendo. No, actually, I'll just do this Claw Dance on both of them because Heltar I can also use as a defang target as well as his Blade Snout. So we're sitting pretty right now. Haven't been hit yet. Finally have to eat that Power Slash, but no worries. So I'm not even going to kill him yet because he's on such high seconds. We'll kill the Zappy Bara and the Halopard. Fireheart has Stunning Entrance, so we're going to make sure we don't have to eat that. I'll Claw Dance, Arch Swan, and Zappy Bara. I will Poison Touch. No, I won't. I'll just Blood Fury Fireheart. Not scared about him. Reckless Attack is going to kill the Drake Commander with Element Advantage. Ultra Blaze is going to do nothing. We'll Counter Strike. Can I Preemptive Strike? No, I can only target people with the Protector icons. Great. No worries. Blood Fury is going to wrap this one up. Very quick, very easy battle. We'll see you at the Guy's Banquet, bud. Great, now I'm much less excited for tomorrow evening. How am I supposed to impress the gentry ladies when my most recent match was a loss? Well, that's not my problem. Have you considered getting good? Because that's what we did. Tonight is a Guy's Banquet. You put on the least worn-out clothing you can find and head out. Going to the banquet? Have fun. Let's see what's going to happen here. Finding the location turns out to be easy. Lots of people are gathering. Please hand over your capture cards before entering. We'll return them when you leave. It's a routine security measure. Ever since the assassination, the nobility fears being attacked by a rogue trainer. Not when it causes trouble, you comply. Thanks for your cooperation. You're free to enter. Please enjoy your time here. I have a feeling something's going to go down. Attendees are numerous. The vast banquet hall does not feel overcrowded. You look around to see if there's anyone you recognize. In one corner, you spot Bakisa and Ellie, and you head over to say hi. How you doing? We were just talking about you. It's good to see you again. How are you faring so far in the Monster Leagues? So this is Hector Finnegan's successor. It looks underwhelming. I was expecting someone more imposing. Gloria, please don't be rude to my friend. This is my younger sister, Gloria. She's also a Monster League trainer, one far superior to my brother. So you're in the Master League now. You must be better than you look. Please forgive my sister, she still has a lot to learn about manners. Maybe it's because I'm too busy honing my skills as a trainer, unlike some other lousy trainer in the family. Why are you calling me lousy? Oh, you two need to calm down. Before the argument can escalate, it's interrupted by a commotion at the entrance. The Dowager Empress must arrive. Come on, you three, we should join everyone and welcome Her Highness. You join the crowd gathering around the entrance. Hail to the Queen, Mother, and Regent to His Majesty, yada 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 yada. The doors open and the Empress walks in, followed by several guards. Honorable trainers and magnificent gentry, good evening. I trust the night has been enjoyable so far. After the pleasantries, the Empress meanders through the crowd, greeting various individuals. As she approaches your location, the table next to you suddenly flips over, revealing a cloaked figure holding a capture card. It's time to die, villainous. What? Almost instinctively, you throw yourself at the hooded figure. The two of you land on the floor. Capture card flies out of the individual's hand, landing somewhere behind you. The assassin escapes and springs to his feet. For a brief second, your eyes meet with his. To its shock, it's someone you know. How dare you stop me? Of all people, you have no right to stand in my way. The hooded figure scrambles the capture card off the floor, but now there are guards standing in front of the Dowager Empress, each with their own cards ready. Your Highness, are you hurt? Please get behind us. We will not allow this intruder to hurt you. Looks like today won't be the day you die, but someday I'll make you pay for your crime, Dowager Empress. I will make you join Hector Finnegan in death. Jeez. The figure unleashes the monster within the capture card. A night horse emerges, and the hooded figure climbs onto its back. Monster crashes through the large ornate window, flies out of the building into the sky. The guards make chase while the organizers of the feast apologize profusely to Her Highness. Interesting. Who do we know with a Night Lord? The banquet is declared over and everyone's told to go home. As the guest gets over the shock, the Dowager Empress approaches you. My deepest thanks for your bravery. I'm certain your actions saved my life. You are Hector's successor. I recall you from the match I saw with His Majesty a while ago. The Empress goes silent for a moment as you nod. Trainer, I would like to return this favor. Would you be willing to have an audience with me in your Imperial Palace? Invitation takes you by surprise. You say that it would be an honor. Thank you. I will send a formal invitation later. I look forward to our meeting. Trainer, Her Highness bids you farewell. As she leaves, Makisa, Elian, and Gloria come running over to see if you're okay. Are you all right? The appearance of an assassin was shocking, but we were even more surprised when a familiar face knocked him down. Are you crazy? You could have gotten yourself killed. Gloria's right. It was a brave but dangerous thing you did there. We were all really worried about you. Most of the guests left. Seeing no point in staying any longer, you decided to go home as well. I wonder who the assassin was. Who knows? The Empress has many enemies. Considering the sort of thing she's done, I'm surprised someone hasn't beat her already. I mean, having an affair with the Grand Champion is one thing, but then manipulating him to kill the Emperor? Whoa! Gloria. Oh, sorry. I apologize for my sister's insensitivity. I said I was sorry. Siblings start bickering and Bakisa tries her best to pacify them. You recall the moment of the attempted assassination in your mind. When you knocked down the would-be assassin, for a moment you saw his face. Thale Carvine. But it looks like our next match is Gloria. So we're going to take her on. Hey, we just saw you at the party last night, but hey, you're going to lose. Well, isn't this a surprise? I knew we'd run into each other in the Master League, but who would have guessed it would be so soon? Are you ready to see the true power of House Tardell prepare to be crushed? Somehow, I doubt that. Yeah, Rosa Queen, Bear Fist. You don't have Fast Strike, do you? No, you don't. Okay, great. We're going to Counter Strike Rage Badger. We're going to Petal Blitz. I'll Claw Dance Rosa Queen. Sorry, Decrescendo Strike. Don't have Claw Dance yet. I think we're just going to leave that Spider X alive, low-key, because I don't want to have to deal with the Sun Revenge. We'll Preemptive Strike the Jade Boa. Then I'll just Reckless Attack. Is that going to kill? Not quite. So let's just do a Petal Blitz. Then we'll do a Claw Dance on these two. Do I have Blood Crave charged on Draco Rosa? I do. And Spider-X isn't even doing the clone, so we really have nothing to worry about. I'll Poison Touch, and then I'll Stun, and then I'll Claw Dance these two, and then I'll double Blood Crave these two, and then I will Reckless Attack Gnarlance. We'll have a Poison Siphon ready for the Chopper Bug, and there we go. She never stood a chance. The story is what's making these videos long, not the battles, but let's see what Gloria has to say. As much as I hate to admit it, you're much better than I expected. My brother may have been mediocre, but I guess he knows a good trainer when he sees one. You better believe it. And after skipping a day, let's just take on match 4 right away. It looks like there's no story in between. I like that. Against Ardile. Your chances of victory today are slim. I've been observing your team in action in the last few matches. With the information I've gathered, I've made careful plans to counter your tactics. This battle will be under my full control. I don't believe you. We're going to accelerate. I'll just Purifying Mist. I can't do much at this point. He will, yeah, again, not have many things he can do. We will Decrescendo the Octoboss. That's going to kill. Rogue Wind I'm not worried about, so I'll just Poison Touch him. I can Claw Dance now, so we're going to start sweeping through really quick. I'll have a Defang for Skullwolf and Krakan. Accelerate, I'll do a Stun, and then I'm going to kill Rogue Wind at some point. Defang the Puffoxen and the Gigantopede. We'll Preemptive Strike the Blue Tusk. I'll do a Poison Touch on the Siege Whale, and then maybe put him to hold ground with a Reckless Attack. Great, Element Advantage, thank you very much. Petal Blitz, I'll Claw Dance these two. I've got a double Blood Crave ready, but I'll just Counter Strike because I have the seconds for it. I'm out of Petal Blitzes, right? Yeah, no worries. I'll just Poison Touch the Nauta Spiral, and then double Blood Crave, Archloth, and Nauta Spiral. I'll do a Claw Dance for the Flamer Rider and the Dusk Rock, and then boom, Poison Touch, kills the Puffoxen. Easy money, Ardile, you never stood a chance. Incredible, your team's capabilities are far beyond my expectations. Were you hiding your true strength in previous matches, or did they just get that much stronger since I last saw them? I know only one other person who can train his monsters this quickly. That's a Grand Champion himself. I'm not sure why, but after every battle against a trainer, Baratus Argvel seems to make a new team from scratch. He's always had the most powerful monsters in the Empire. Why does he bother getting new ones? And what has happened to all his previous monsters? Could he be selling them to someone? Bro, you have way too much to say. People would spend a lot of money to buy the Grand Champion's monsters. I hope this isn't the case, though. No self-respecting trainer would sell his teammates. Thank you for being done with your speech. We're going to move on to the final battle. When you turn home, there's a figure standing outside of your ranch. Oh, it's Thale. He's glaring at you. You saw me at the banquet, didn't you? Don't play dumb. I know you recognize my face. I could see it in your eyes just as you could see me under the hood. I can't let you live with the knowledge. I can't let you. I can't let anyone, jeopardizing my life's goal. Get your monsters out. We're going to have a duel. You'd better fight me with all you've got, or I shall fulfill my vengeance against Hector Finnegan. Your muscles tense. With your hand on your capture cards, you wait for Thale to make his move. Who am I kidding? He drops his intimidating atmosphere. If you were going to report me to the Imperial Guard, you would have already done so. I'm sorry I let my fear get the better of myself. You reply that you're willing to accept his apology, but with one explanation. I hope you can keep a secret. If the Imperial Guard finds out what I'm about to tell you, I'm a dead man. It began, oh my gosh, so much talking. It began 10 years ago with the assassination of the previous emperor and his daughter. At the first time, my father was a respected member of the Imperial Guard. He was in charge of protecting the emperor. Unsurprisingly, his career was completely destroyed by the assassination. For his failure, people treated my father as if he was a traitor himself. He couldn't live with such dishonor. He left the Imperial Guard a broken man. A few days later, my father took his own life. Jeez. I can never forgive those responsible. They must pay for what they've done. But Hector Finnegan was executed soon after, leaving me only one target, the Empress. She was the only one who manipulated Hector into killing the Emperor. In order to take control of the throne, I must punish her. But she's not someone I could just walk up to. The only way I can approach her is to use the same method as Hector. If I become the Grand Champion, then I'll be granted an audience with the Emperor and the Dowager Empress. This is why I was working so hard to advance the Monster Leagues. Wow. What a confession. Of course, even with my talent, who knows how long it would take me to become the Grand Champion, so when the opportunity presented itself at the banquet, I seized it, and I might have succeeded if it wasn't for you. Even if he was successful, the Imperial Guards would have caught him before he escaped. As long as the Empress was no more, I could have cared less about being caught. Wow. Do you still intend to carry out your vengeance? Definitely yes. You want to stop me? Save your breath. You'll never persuade me to stop this mission, but there's only one way you can keep me from going through with your plan if you're really determined. If somehow you manage to become the Grand Champion before me, you can defend the title from me. If I can't take the title, then I won't get an audience with the Majesty, which means I can't get close to the Empress. So we want to race to see who becomes the Grand Champion first. Challenge accepted. All right. Thale, being the op that he is still challenging us to the bitter end. Now we're racing to become the Grand Champion. When you return to your ranch, you're greeted by a woman who introduces herself as a servant of the Empress. Her Highness wishes to hold audience with you in the afternoon. Please come to the Imperial Palace. Can I just do the league match? There you are. Thank you for coming on such short notice. She points to an empty chair and you take a seat. Servant brings you tea and pastries. You recognize them as the ones sold in Emsara and Malia's bakery. You know the bakeries where these were bought? Please forgive me for offering you something unfitting of an empress, but they just taste so good. I prefer them over any lavish food served in the palace. You assure the empress that no offense was taken for a while you discussed some trivial topics, but it doesn't take long for her to cut to the chase. I summoned you here to thank you for saving me at the banquet. Had you not distracted my assassin, I would have suffered a terrible fate. Your bravery ought to be properly rewarded. I'll grant you one favor as long as it's reasonable and within my power. Is there anything you desire from me? The blank check offered to you takes you by surprise, and you're forced to think for a while. After considering your options, you decide to ask for something which only she, the Empress, can grant you. You wish to know the truth behind my husband's assassination. I expected as much. I can't tell you everything. There are things about this incident which you are better off not knowing, but if you could be content to hear even just the fragments, I'll oblige you. Is that acceptable? Very well, I'll tell you everything I can. What I am about to share with you is for your ears only. Let me answer your most burning question. Hector Finnegan was innocent. We knew it. My good friend didn't kill anyone, my husband nor his daughter. This I swear on my life to be true. It was all my fault. It was because I told him the truth about the emperor. He decided to take things into his own hands. Having become the new grand champion, he was to have an audience with the previous emperor. I knew that if the two met, a confrontation would be inevitable. By telling him everything, I hoped to discourage Hector from doing anything rash, but it had the opposite effect. I'm unsure of what exactly happened, but it resulted in Hector's arrest, my husband's death, and my daughter's disappearance. Julisana's body was never found. Alive or dead, she vanished immediately after the event. The imperial court's statement blamed Hector, but even now, no one has any idea what happened to her. Whoa. So I lost everything that day. My friend, my husband, my daughter, and even my son. It was all my fault. Tears begin to roll down her cheeks, and she starts sobbing quietly but uncontrollably. You want to clarify her last statement, but that seems difficult now. You wait until she calms down. Pardon me, I'll let my sorrows overwhelm me for a moment. Thanks for your patience. You demand to know why the Dowager Empress has not defended Hector if he was truly innocent. I'm sorry, trainer, I know Hector's innocent, but I can't make it public knowledge. Not yet. Someday I will clear your uncle's name of any wrongdoing, I promise. Interesting. You walk home pondering what you've learned. You're not sure what to make of it, but there's one thing you can say, is that her tears seemed real. Okay. Well, we have pretty much confirmation from the Empress herself that Hector is innocent, so that's nice, I guess. And finally, we are going to wrap up the Master League with a battle against Rishka. Hopefully she doesn't have much to say, and we can just get into it. Let's see. You again, I won't let you win this time. With this victory, I'll go into the Champion League tryouts and get one step closer to fighting the Grand Champion. I must stop my father as soon as I can. Well, we'll see about that. Oh, she's already evolved her Glacier Mane. Okay, but otherwise pretty much the same team. We'll Counter-Strike the Toucan, which does kill. Great. I'll do a Petal Blitz, Decrescendo the Humboss. Again, we're just going to keep that Spider-X alive. Don't want to have to eat the Stun Revenge. Also evolved her Snow Gun. Cool. And the Zero Tiger, I think. I don't remember if that was fully evolved when we last fought her. We'll Claw Dance. I'll Accelerate. I'll Petal Blitz. I will do a Defang here. We lose Thunderhoof, but that's fine. I'll Decrescendo just because it's fewer seconds. And then I'll Blood Fury the Sky Blossom. I'll kill the Philomancer. We'll double Blood Crave the Raijin and the Glacier Mane. I've got a Claw Dance. Oh, I don't have a Claw Dance. That's fine. Decrescendo on the Triceratops. Rhino Brawl's going to kill himself off with the Recoil. I'll Blood Fury the Nuke Spider. I will, let's see, I'll Decrescendo the Spider-X. Oh, it didn't kill. Dang, okay, I was going to do that, eat the Stun Revenge, and then Draco Rosa was just going to clean up. But it really didn't matter in the end. There we go. There's a victory. There's the end of the Master League. What do you have to say, Rishka? I warned you back in the tryouts. Why are you still trying to become the Grand Champion? It's not something a trainer like you ought to strive for. You retort that she's also trying to take his father's title. I don't want to be the Grand Champion. My goal is to take the title from my father and end his career. Once I'm done, I don't care who the title goes to. I can give it to you if you want it that badly, but trust me, you'll come to regret it. Interesting. Well, there's our victory in the Master League. No losses. We're doing pretty well. First place, unlocked the next island, which is, congrats to the top two teams, earned a spot in the tryouts for the Champion League. It's quite an accomplishment. This is where the finest trainers gather to compete. Champion League tryouts will take place on the Cursed Island. People are shocked. It's a vast, untamed wilderness full of dangerous monsters. Entry is generally forbidden, but winning teams will join the chosen few who receive the rare privilege of visiting the island. You have to find and defeat 5 trainers instead of 4. Here's a map. Take a careful look. All right, that is a pretty big island, but I think we can take it on. Yeah, okay. Looks like fun, and looks like Thail's back too. When you leave the arena, you run into someone unexpected. Oh, hey, Beardus. Happened to observe your match today. I must say, watching you fight really reminds me of Hector Finnegan. When we were both racing up the Monster Leagues, he was my greatest rival, my only true equal. 10 years later, I still have not encountered a single opponent who comes close. As a result, I've been forced to keep the title of Grand Champion for all this time, much to my frustration. I'm still waiting for a trainer better than I am who will be capable of accomplishing what Hector and I... What are you doing here, Father? Rishka, this is none of your business. Nor is it this trainer's. If you're sick of your burden, then you should just quit being the grand champion. I can't. How many times have I told you it's my duty to wait for a trainer who's truly superior? And how many more monsters will that take, Father? How many more monsters will you need to sacrifice? Please stop. I can't bear to have such a heartless trainer for a father anymore. I'm sorry, Rishka, but this is the burden I must bear. The only person I can pass it on to is someone who can end it once and for all. Until then, I'll remain the grand champion no matter the toll. Rishka glares at Bitterus one last time, angry eyes full of tears running into the distance. He turns to you. Poor Rishka. If she was born to any other trainer, her strong affection for monsters would have been a great asset, but as my daughter, it's caused her nothing but grief. Interesting. You're back. How was this season's results? You're going to the Champion League tryouts? Fantastic. I'll be honest, when you first came to the ranch, I would have considered us lucky if you made it to the Elite League. Never expected you to do so well. It's as if part of Hector's spirit lives through you. Now you'll be heading to the Cursed Island, right? Be careful. Gets a name for powerful wild monsters, but it's kept the island free of human settlements. They are stronger than those of any other island. They'll really whittle your team down if you're not careful. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Bit of a long one because so many people had things to say. And we did do the tryouts and the league in one video. But battles are going by faster. I hope you guys enjoyed. Our max cost is up to 121. That's huge. So we get one more legendary, which is awesome. But yeah, I've said enough. You've listened to me talk for too long. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.